Hello, hello. I'm not sure if my mic is currently getting a bit of background noise. It might be. But I'm still testing some sound stuff. But hello, hello. 3 years. Oh my god, it's almost my stream anniversary. In fact, I always know it's been exactly 3 years when April Fools rolls around because it's around when Super Adventure Box is a thing, and that is how I know because that was the first thing I ever streamed was Tribulation Mode. Um, so don't click any of them yet, but I'm gonna say there's some new redeems. Don't click them yet because they're working with my model, and so I want you to be able to see them. But I guess I wanted to start things a little classic. I always kind of hid with my lore. Oh, but what's that? What's that? Hmm. Oh, it seems like there's a little something unusual here today. I may have forgotten it was April Fool's, but I needed to bring a little something silly to the party. So I have a peep on my head. And he jiggles. um, but hello. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. It is I, the Frenchiest Fry. And my tracking has changed a bit. Hold on really quick. I'm actually going to take us into a show feat. Because I kind of want to show off how it... Oh, goodness. What is this? It's still something I have to adjust to a little bit. So there's gonna be some jank here and there. But I have moving arms. Not quite hand tracking, but I can now do a little bit of like a little bit of floaty float. And let's see. When I am a little bit closer up, you will see that, oh my goodness, it's kind of a mess, but when I turn my head, my body kind of turns too. I can kind of do, oh, actually, wait. I could do the Twitter meme. Hang on, guys. There's a meme where people have done, hold on, let me get my settings up because I need to toggle something to make it work. I need to go into my tracking. And then let's say depth range. Let's turn that baby up. Hello. How are you all doing out there? Hello. Oh my goodness. Ah! And like it's kind of, if I toggle it on though, it's kind of hard to keep from going too far back because this is how it is when I'm sitting, and then I have to like lean forward into my desk to get this. Yeah, and soon I will have hand tracking. I have made a purchase. It is on its way. It's taking a while to get here. I was supposed to have it for today. But if I turn my depth tracking down again, there we go. That's a little better. I'll leave a little bit on. And then rotation range. Ooh. Yeah, I feel all fancy. I feel like it's kind of got me... Hold on. It's kind of got me looking up. Hang on. I want to change it so it's not looking up. There we go. That's a little bit better. There we go. Maybe like, ooh, like that. Oh no, that makes me look up again. This is a little. It's gonna be a little bit of a trial and error to get the tracking the way that I want it to. So, I want to. I want you guys to know this is gonna be like kind of, some things may not work as intended, but I also have a few new redeems. I'm gonna take the little guy off my head, but you guys can start popping them if you want. Um, he there we go. We got head pats. We finally have head pats. I'm going to try to get like I want to get like a pixel style hand to kind of do it, but that one was the free asset that I had. We have sticky hearts. So I've lost some of my throwables because the throwable system is different in this so that things can stick to me. So now we have sticky hearts. It drops 10 of them on me from above, and they stick and then they disappear. In addition, I'm gonna redeem one myself. And it's gonna be one. Ooh, ah! Ow! I'm okay. I'm okay. Huh. All right. Yeah. So now you could physically yeet me away if you don't like some shit that I've done. Yeah. I don't know if that one will need a cooldown. Yeah. Be gone throws me away. But I'm going to do one that is actually not it's not a new redeem, but it does have a new effect. Let's say I'm getting a little thirsty. It drops anime water on me. So I won't be able to time it perfectly because it releases it as soon as you do the redeem. But I will know then, oh, right, I feel something cold. I must hydrate. Omae wa mou shindeiru. Nani? I have to adhere even to my own redeems. So there's another Twitter meme I can do. This one is thanks to an asset made by, I think it's Kobold the Fox was their name, I think. Let me double check. It was, yes, it's Kobold the Fox. You guys have seen the hands-free boba meme, right? Where like they can hold the boba on their chest, right? Well, that was cute. I like that meme. I think it's really adorable, but it's not quite me enough. So I did a monster can. Hands-free monster. If I ever need some extra gaming fuel. So that's something I have. I might, you know what? I might put this on next time we do Monster Hunter. That might be a good idea, yeah? Let's see. And then I have one more big one. I'm kind of going through these a little too fast, actually. Well, I can go over a couple of nuances as well. There is one thing that I don't necessarily like, which I'm gonna need to play with. Is my expressions, they no longer have like a smooth transition. Oh, but their intensity is so much better. Oh, it does a little bit of the it drops emotes as well. I don't know how frequent they are, but if you, oh, hold on, let me toggle that. So if you do emotes in chat, they should drop down from the top of the screen now as well. And that is just something y'all can do now. Let's see. But yeah, like my ooh, so many. Hell yeah. I don't know if I should toggle like anything on that, but so far I'm going to leave it as is. It seems pretty okay. Yay! Yeah, some are bouncy. Hell yeah. And it should do yours too. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's go. And I've got all my regular like stuff that I can do. I can do my glowy eyes. But yeah. But I have another big thing. And it's not hand tracking, but I will reveal that I have hand tracking on the way. Um, but I have done. Hang on, I'm setting it up in the background. So if I keep yammering, that's why. So for some games, I will be able to turn this feature on. And it will be very applicable in lots of different ways. But I need to tell you first, I have a really high resting heart rate. And now you guys could see it for yourselves. I need to. So it's gonna hover above my head for now. I might make like widgets that actually stay like in a static place, but currently I have a prop that hovers above my head. With my current heart rate. So you guys will be able to tell exactly how afraid I am in real time. Yeah. Um I'm not sure how high it will end up going, but I have earlier today when I was working out I hit like 140 something, so it might shoot up pretty high when I get into gamer mode. Oh god. You can pay double the points to make it Baja Blast. Oh my god, I should make it a Baja Blast can. Oh my god. Ring Fit stream? Oh no. I don't own a Ring Fit, but maybe someday. I don't know how to work the tracking for that though. Like I don't know how those Hololive folks do it. They've got it set up where like you could see them move and everything. I have no idea how I would even begin to do that. Wah! I shall take a sip. Thank you. Thank you. I have a big old fountain Coke from Wendy's today. Oh. Let's see. I don't... I feel like I had so much to show off, and then I got really excited, and then I showed it all off really fast. I didn't have a ton planned for today, but I just really wanted to show off what I've been working on so you guys know that I haven't done nothing. I've been kinda like doing a lot more behind the scenes work than I thought I was going to do in March. And I'm looking forward to doing... Oh wait, is chat showing up? Hang on. I think you guys are still showing up. I'm like, yeah, we're good, we're good. Okay. I'm like, a little part of me is afraid, like, oh, I'm gonna break something, you know? So every time I add something new to OBS, I'm like, gotta test everything else. Gotta make sure everything is fine. Yesterday and 2 days ago, I was at the local comics and games event. Got 2 cans of Dr. Pepper and 2 cherry flavored Coca-Cola. Oh, yum. I'm not too big on cherry Coke, but I know, like, the pristine joy of getting the obscure flavor that you have been waiting for. Oh my god. Like, beautiful. Oh, the mess. So we are in, like, the just chatting, like, section of my stream, like, the room. So... Oh, well, I guess if I make myself bigger, the thing goes off screen, huh? I'll bring myself a bit lower on this side. So the boxes are quite big, but that's kind of how I set it up. Oh, hang on. Maybe I can make it a little better. Oh, they're not available normal. Oh, you're right. Oh my god. Then yeah, that's even more special. Oh my god. Here, I'll make you guys a little smaller. There we go. That's better. That's a better resolution, I think. Yeah, it must... Oh my god. That's, like, another thing, like... Okay, so I'm not gonna, like, get too into it, but, like, I've thought about moving out of the country before. I think about it a lot lately, actually. But I always think about all the American foods and snacks and goodies and whatnot that, like, I don't like I don't think I can live without, and I'm like, man, am I truly a slave to Baja Blast? I might be. I might truly be. 7 sets of dice? Oh my god. All plastic, or did you get some like metal ones, or like some uh like wood dice? I have some wood dice. Those are better to roll. I think wood dice are really, really, really underrated. They have a good feel in the hand. Then there's Barrett and his tungsten dice. Those are really heavy. He's dropped that shit on his floor before. The floor was what took damage, not the dice. Okay, plain old plastic. Yeah. Always good to have more sets, though. I feel like there's one thing. I think that this setup, you guys are going to notice my restless leg, like, way more, because I bounce a lot more, and I don't know if you could see it, but, like, I'm like, kind of bumping my leg right now, and I feel like my model is shaking a lot. Oh, my goodness. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of just want to have a chill chat and vibe stream today. I've been having, I think, struggles with figuring out concepts for streams, and even like this is actually weird. I haven't had a lot of motivation to game, you know? Oh my goodness! Ah! It is! Oh, it's such a smooth number. So 3. It's not symmetrical, but you know what I mean. It's nice and like, well, I guess it's symmetrical up and down. Vertically symmetrical. There we go. Oh, I understand. I know the struggles. But yeah, I've been kind of, I don't know, like, I haven't wanted to do a lot of gaming, which is weird. That's usually all I do. So I don't know. I've kind of been all over the place in terms of figuring out what to do for stream. But I figure that if nothing else, we can have occasional little hours of hanging out and telling stories and things like that. I'm trying to think of what I've done recently. I missed the Ferality Umbra replay event, and I'm so upset at myself. Why are my eyes sticking to the side so much? I'll figure that out later. Sorry if you guys notice my weird gaze. Yeah, oh my goodness. Where's my train of thought? I missed the Ferality Umbra thing. Because I just totally forgot about it, and I'm really upset because I'd wanted to go to that so bad. Oh my goodness. A new makerspace opened near me. I've only been a couple of times, but it's really cool to see, like, they have 3D printers and laser cutters and sewing machines, and they have a kiln for clay. They have all sorts of stuff. I might have talked about that in a previous stream with Zix or something. I've been going to that a couple of times. And I don't know. I haven't used any of the tools yet because I don't really know what I'm doing. But it's cool that something like that exists near me. I haven't really had a lot of places where you can just kind of like go and be. Yeah, it's like, it's a cross between, like, a workshop and a clubhouse. Like, they have, like, the top floor has a bunch of board games and a bunch of places that you can hang out. And they said you can bring any kind of food and beverage as long as, they said, like, you have to, like, sign a thing that says, like, if you're too, drunk and ornery or whatever, we can take away your stuff or we can kick you out, But other than that, like, legally, like, you can even bring alcohol if you want. So, like, They have some things where like they have like wine and they paint, things like that. They're just not allowed to like sell. They don't have like the ability to sell beverages. So you have to bring it from home. But that's okay. That's not a bad thing. It means I get to feel like I'm packing a little picnic, It's so weird to see my body this animated. That's one thing. So I might sometimes still use VC Face because I think it's a lot less intensive on my computer. So some games might need to require like that program because it just tracks like a little bit and it does like less programs and things. I don't know. VNyan is pretty good though. I don't know that I'll have too many troubles with games, but if it ever does, I'll use the old program and I'll just have like stiff body again. But even just like wiggling around like this, I'm like, oh, I'm so animated. Wow. Yeah. Picnic at the makerspace. So they had high tea over there. They had snacks and tea and scones and I don't know how it's pronounced. I've heard people pronounce it scone and I've heard people pronounce it scone. I don't know which one is technically correct. I don't know. But I went to that, and that was pretty fun. Why am I so low? Hold on. Wah, 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 wah. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, but I went to the high tea thing, and that was pretty fun. Like learning about the different types of tea and sitting around having some snacks with friends and things like that. What else? Oh, I want to play a little more of, and maybe even stream. You guys have seen that new game Repo. It's very, what is it? Lethal Company coded. But it's like, it feels sillier than Lethal Company, maybe. And just kinda, I don't know, maybe we'll do some more collabs with that. I don't know. I will definitely have my heart rate on for that. even though it's like even sillier than freaking, what's it called? Lethal Company. It keeps escaping me. I feel that I will definitely need to hold on to someone's hand and cry half of the game. Content warning would be fun too. Yeah, we'll do more content warning. We'll do more Repo. We'll do more Lethal. I'm trying to think. We'll do a lot of like collab-y things coming up soon. Maybe that'll be my... So I know I kind of screwed up Monster Hunter March. Partly because my computer is struggling with streaming it. Oops. But maybe the thing that I will try to do for April will be a bunch of like big party collab games. Because it's my Streamiversary month, so I might as well spend lots of time with friends. Hell yeah! Oh my god, yes! Oh, I'm so excited for you to join in VR chat. I'll have some more off-stream VR chat as well, just to like hang out. Because I feel like one of the things about VR chat is like, there's like worlds that are fun to show off and fun to stream, but I really most enjoy the atmosphere of just like finding a chill world, sitting and just like, I don't know, trading stories, maybe having some drinks, you know. So maybe sometime I'll have just like a thing where like we hang out in like one of the worlds and yeah, just chatting, you know. It's like this, but you know, I think there's a certain what is it called? A certain impetus to be on, when I'm streaming. I'm noticing, like, what my focus is doing lately. I'm sorry, I'm on a new thing, and I'm, like, trying to figure myself out on it a little bit. Oh, yeah, thank you, Veer. And thank you, Porku. I want to... Oh, and I want to fix my badges. I know we meant to have stream badges for quite a long time. I need to do that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'll have some more, like, off-stream VR chat, just because I think there's an impetus to be, like, on and entertaining that I think I can't always maintain. But, like, it's easier to just, like, kind of vibe. Not worry about, is this being entertaining enough? And it'll be a good space to just, like, hang out with people in my community, you know? And I want to do more avatar work. Oh my goodness. There's so many things. April will probably be a lot of behind the scenes as well. It kind of ended up being behind the scenes March. Oops. Because I spent so much time watching people play Monster Hunter while I messed around in Vignon. Like, that was... that was my Monster Hunter March. Oops. But yeah. Things have gone pretty well. And things are looking pretty excellent. And I will eventually, like... So, with Game Room... Oh my goodness, why is Steam open on here? I'll just take us back to the chatting room. That's fine. Yeah, I needed to march on updating and preparing. Yeah. In the game room, I can, like, shrink myself down into the corner as I always am, so it won't be too different. I'll just be a little more wiggly, you know? And there, you know, like, Vignon is really, really robust. Like, as you guys have seen, there's a lot that it can do very easily that, like, hooks to the model. I'm hoping that over time, I'm gonna be able to just keep adding more and more. Like, it can even, like, put me into, like, 3D scenes. I might even try Waterdo for that. Waterdo is another, like, VRM program that has a lot of, like, 3D environments and stuff to stream in. I might try that as well. I don't know. I felt like experimenting a lot recently with different things that somebody can do with a VTuber model. I wanna find the possibilities. I wanna carve out my, I don't know, my own style a little bit more. And have more things that we can do together. It'll be good. Oh my goodness, we're only a half hour in and I've shown you guys everything that I needed to show you. How about, I know what we can do. Do you guys want some tarot readings? I might pull up my digital deck and we can do a little bit of that. Hang on. Yeah. I haven't done it in a really long time, so I'm gonna get my little booklet, because I have not done... Oh my goodness. Now you guys are really gonna see what happens when I pull away. Hang on. Let me actually BRB, because I don't know if it's gonna just throw my model. Let me get my little book, because I'm out of practice reading tarot. I'm gonna need my definitions, my translator's guide, Laval. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I figure we can do some of those, and I'll just, I don't know, like, we could do the redeems because they're cheap, or you could just ask for one in chat. I'm gonna be real, I'm just looking for something to do. But yeah. Let's see. Where are you? 1 sec. No, it's not installed. Why is it not installed? Tabletop Sim, please. It's been that long. A single tear rolls down my cheek. It's okay. It's already half done downloading, so we won't have too long to wait. Let's see. Why did VR chat open? Whatever. You have a tarot journal, and just today I realized I had the exact same journal, but in miniature. Oh my god, that's amazing! Oh my god, I love that for you. Oh, I'm actually kind of jealous. Let's see. How do I? Oh, there we go. Badoop, badoop, badoop. I'm just gonna load up from here. Oh! Oh my god! Yeah! That's so many months. Wait, why didn't it play the audio? It should have played the audio. It should have played the audio. I played it on my side. Why did it not? What the hell? Hang on. I'm looking for it. Have you guys not been getting the audio when it plays like I got a new subscription? Because if that's been a consistent problem, I'm gonna need to figure that out. Yeah, it says sound alert. Hang on. Oh, maybe it's because I don't have desktop audio playing. That might be it. I'll try to fix that by next time. Yeah, because I am realizing that might be a consistent problem I've been having. Hello, Multi. Welcome back. I hope you had a tolerable day of work. a reasonably okay-ish day at work. Let's see. Let's get a nice little zoom. Hell yeah. Okay, that's good. Let's see. How do we want to kick this off? I think I'll do 3 cards for whoever wants them. And I'm down to take inquiries. But I'm also down to just like vibe check the cards and see what happens, you know? Oh, hell yeah. So, for those of you not in the loop, Multi is getting a commission that is, like, in the style of, like, blueprint drawings. It's so beautiful. When the final is done, I would love for you to share it in Stream Discord. Yeah. Oh. Well, I'm gonna do a little 3 cards for myself for the upcoming month. And then if anybody wants to request, by all means. Well, that's not good. Maybe my excitement for Collab May is not, oh, hold on. Let me actually move you guys so that we can see properly. Whee! There we go. That's a little better. But yeah, ooh, it looks like I'm gonna have a lot of new ideas, but, a lot of harsh critique and, despair about it. That sounds a little like how my March was going, honestly. I kind of was my own worst critics. Job search slash hunt. Okay, let's do that. Wee wee wee. We'll shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then 1, Atahu, Athari. Let's see. Okay. So, this is a very mixed bag of optimism and pessimism. I'm distinctly getting two opposing things from these two. And I'm getting kind of a through line from the moon. The moon is often a card of like, you know, it's the divination card, but also I tend to associate it a lot with the kinds of premonitions that you don't just get from like powerful divination, but you also get from anxiety. You know? You know how like you know something bad's gonna happen and then it does. Nobody loves that. Nobody loves that feeling. But I feel as though in this case it may be less tied to actual divination and more to self-fulfilling prophecy. It is a good idea to be aware of expectations and to not set them too high or too low. Because I don't know that I always want to advise people not to set them too high. I don't always think that's the correct direction to go. But in that case, I don't always know where the end point where you should be setting them is. And I'm more confused in that by the other two in this reading. The Nine of Cups, I believe that is. Let me double check that. Yeah, it is the Nine of Cups. I can count. Is a very optimistic card. It's like very much like you're getting together all of those who are close to you. You're feeling optimistic. You're beginning to reap what you've sown in a good way. I find the Nine of Cups to be like really like a celebratory card. So that being in the center speaks to an ultimate victory. However, the Five of Pentacles is saying the exact opposite. The Five of Pentacles is a card about rejection. It's a card about realizing that maybe you don't want to look at this opportunity. Maybe this is not the thing that is right. I think there is a possibility that in your job search you will come across one that you really, really want, and it may not necessarily go as intended. However, I think that the Five of Pentacles speaks not just to a warning against a rejection, but also, I think that it also speaks to what you will learn from the experience of going through it. I think it says to try anyways, because though you may not get that job, you may make a connection there that ends up becoming more valuable than the job ever was, for example. The Five of Pentacles says you will go through something painful, but there's a reason why it's here. There's a reason why it's in this reading, and it's not to run away from it. Seldom in the tarot, I think, is anything ever meant for you to run away from. So, yeah. It's definitely the mixed bag of job search. It's, well, I mean, it may also be other things, but, you know. Picking from jobs that may be good and may be bad. But excuse me, what else do you see? Also, by all means, if anybody else has inquiries, we can form a queue. I am very open. Okay, hell yeah. We'll draw a job search one for Porco as well. Maybe this'll be the job search tarot stream. Rejection of the search, into the unknown is starting something new, or rejecting the job market entirely, starting my own path. Oh, it's a rough path to go because you kind of need some resources. But honestly, I think ultimately it's where I want you to end up. I don't know when it will come to you. Like, the 5 might be a not yet. But, and 2, like, that makes sense to me because pentacles very much are like material things to me. When I see a pentacles card, it reminds me to think of things that I can measure. Is that Mr. Ash? Hello! You want to say hi? Meow meow. Can you guys hear that? Hi. Hi. Meow meow. Oh, he's so good. Come here. Hang on, I don't even know what my model tracking is gonna do. I'm gonna pet my boy. Hello, baby. Hello. Yeah. Meow meow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. I'll get those in just a sec as soon as I pat the boy. Yeah? Are you doing good today? Sometimes I'll literally like ask him stuff like he's a person just to see if I'll get him to meow. Like I'm dead ass like he'll, as long as I talk to him, he'll keep meowing back at me sometimes. I'm like sliding backward as my model leans because I'm like I have to like push back in my chair to reach him. So I'm like, okay. All right, we're back from petting. What? You want more? No. What's wrong? What are you crying about? Yeah. Sorry. Cat tax is important. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Porku is next. Oh, you're jumping up, huh? Hello. Be careful. Hold on, I want to make sure he doesn't fall. Come here. Come here. Let's set you down. I got too much cameras and stuff on my desk. I don't want you to knock anything over or slip. Okay? He just bonked his head against me. Like, yeah, I get it. Aww. Yeah, bud, I know. I know. I'm giving him the cheek scritches. He's a good boy. Okay. Did I shuffle this? We're gonna shuffle again. Okay. This is also an interesting mixed bag. Porku, have you left your last job or are you still at it? This is kind of a weird question, but I feel like this card reading is really demanding me to ask that. Because I'm getting the sense that you're feeling pretty bogged down by it. The 5 of Cups is also very much a negative card. It's similar to the 5 of Pentacles, in fact. It seems to be, though, more than a material rejection or a material loss. It's more of a focus on the emotional half. It sucks sometimes, getting out of a shitty job. And I feel as though, since it's the first card, it may be answering the question as to why you want out. You may just be friggin' burnt. And that is further, not exasperated. that is further exemplified is the word I was thinking of by the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands is specifically a card of getting away, like getting out of a bad situation, moving on, traveling somewhere. It's literally getting somewhere and going somewhere else. Like you do not want to be here. You're on your way out. And the Ace of Pentacles, straightforwardly, is the beginning of a new financial opportunity. I think this is saying you may have an easier time looking for a job if you if you have the time to be searching. I don't know if that's necessarily wise advice. I would very carefully examine one's financial situation before making advice like this usually. But it looks really like it's saying like, hey man, are you too exhausted to get out of here? It may also just be affirming that, yeah, this is like something you can have. There are more opportunities out there, and you are deserving to get out of there. It may be kind of acknowledging that, yeah, dude, like, this is a shitty situation. But that Ace of Pentacles feels like a light at the end of the tunnel. It's saying that there is something out there. It's just gotta be found. Yeah, it's rough. I'm gonna be real with you. I get you. General Tarot for Honor is next. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Well, no wonder. We have another Ace of Pentacles, which is another new opportunity, but I would like to start with the elephant in the room. The Ten of Wands is a time of great anxiety and great confusion. You have so many things coming at you. In fact, I would almost call it the overstimulation card. There is just so much freaking happening. And it's too much to be able to handle at one time. Temperance is maybe giving some rough advice, but Temperance says, you know, it's not something you can do alone. You are going to have to, in this time, lean on those that you are able to trust. You will have to look to their strengths, and you'll have to sometimes admit that you'll need them to get through. That's really a rough lesson. But I think that, again, I see the Ace of Pentacles and I do immediately think, like, I always think of money when I think of Pentacles, which is maybe not very wise of me. There are other things that Pentacles can mean, but I think it is meaning that there is something on its way for you. Something is budding. But right now it's really not a great time, and it's really time to ask for help, honestly, if you need it. Yeah, I hate to say it, it is humble honor time. You know, this is another thing, is the more I know you and the more that we have spoken on stream and or like off stream, etc., the more I will give you cutting reads. Because a lot of the time, if someone new comes in here, I'll be like, oh, I'm not sure about your life situation. You know, maybe this means this or this, you know. Once I know honor, so I can be like, brother, you're scared. Ah! Hello, card. Woo! Oh my god, I'm your favorite. Thank you. Aw, that means the world. knowing I'm people's favorites really like throws me for a loop. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I do. I just sit here and I don't know, I read the stories and I make funny sounds, but I I really appreciate that so much. It keeps me going. But yeah, like the more I know you, the more harsh your reading is going to be. The more like straight, like crack open a cold one, like this means this. Let's see. Oh man, we've got Jabba Palooza here, Honkus. What is your job, Sitch? It's also anxiety. Wow. um, the Five of Swords specifically. Oh, so updated tracking. So right now my model is the same, but I'm using a new program called Vignon. And Vignon allows me to do things like have advanced body tracking. It allows me to have this little heart rate thing you see above my head, which I'm testing out for the stream to see if it maintains connection. It so far seems to be, although it sometimes seems to lag. So that's important to know for future streams. This deck, it seems to know what the current situation of things is, because it's really bringing out all the good swords cards. However, Five of Swords I think is important to differentiate. Five of Swords is not anxiety that comes from without, it's anxiety that comes from within. Or, well, that might not be the best way to put it. It tends to warn against shooting yourself in the foot due to your own anxiety. It is acknowledging that the fear is there and it's real, but it is kind of saying that, like, in this position, what you do with that fear could end up biting you. And it's... Oh, yeah, no, that... You've moved past that era. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My train of thought. Five of Swords. Taking that into the Son of Swords. The Son of Swords might elaborate on that a little bit. The Son of Swords is somebody who rushes into situations without thinking. He's quite brash. He's very brave, but he's very brash. I think of Zix when I see the Son of Swords. It may be that something may present itself to you that it might feel like the right thing to do is to get out immediately or to act immediately. And I think that it is perhaps this reading seems a lot about the danger of running with knives. And the Mother of Pentacles is here to take away your knife. No, the Mother of Pentacles is a very, like, I know this is a person card, so, like, one thing that I always say with person cards is they may not necessarily be you. Like, I know I just said the Son of Swords is a warning not to run with knives, but it could be a warning to someone close to you is running with knives. Similarly, the Mother of Pentacles might be an influence that is around you, but it might be within yourself as well, so take this with a grain of salt. The Mother of Pentacles is very much kind of your stereotypical domestic figure. The things that you think of when you really think of, like, the archetypical mother is very much in the Mother of Pentacles. Very patient, very empathetic. Sometimes she can take these things a little bit too much to heart, and take things personally, but most of it is out of a very deep love. So I think that it is a time for moderation, and it is a time for care. I think that meeting yourself with the empathy that the Mother of Pentacles would give you is a good thing, whether or not she is you. I think that right now things are terrifying, and we need to treat ourselves as well as we can to get through them. I know that that's not a great, like, job searchy kind of reading, but I think that it is very applicable to the emotional landscape that you can get in during the job search. So hopefully that brought some clarity, or at least some like nodding and saying, yeah, that's relatable. Just be careful and treat yourself with a lot of care. Careful in both ways. Oh, let's do a health one? Oh, yeah, Veer, let's go. You've also been looking for a job, but you've been making your way through your tarot workload. All of the decks keep saying, bitch, leave, you'd be better off. Yeah, that's fair. Let's do a health one. Okay. This is interesting for health. That's fair, that's fair. This is, I would say, an optimistic but a very specific reading. I think, so Nine of Cups, again, we've seen it as a very celebratory card again. Like, it's very much like a congratulations, you did it. Like, you know, that kind of thing. Which makes me believe that things with your health are going to go pretty okay. However, the Father of Swords and the Hermit really make me think of somebody that keeps to themselves and watches from a distance a lot. Your mental health might need more breaks. Because I think the Father of Swords particularly, he keeps to himself and watches from a distance because he's very, very good at balancing his emotions. Like, he's able to make hard decisions and like, stay calm through crises, partly because he takes a second to really, you know, like, consider his options. He doesn't rush in like the sun. The Hermit, likewise, emphasizes the importance of things that you can only learn when you're on your own. Right now, your physical health, it looks like, actually, it may not even be telling me anything about your physical health at all. Things might just be currently pretty happy, but you may be needing a little bit more me time. And some of that might be coming as a result of conflicts. When things are getting heated, sometimes maybe stepping back and taking some time away from the fighting can be really, really good for you and really, really good for both your physical and mental. Because I think of the Father of Swords a lot in the context of crisis. That might be why I'm reading it that way. But overall, it seems like a pretty chill reading. Like, so far I'm not detecting any crisis from these. It's just like kind of a, yeah, you might feel a little more introverted. That's the vibes I'm getting. Generally, it doesn't feel like a worrisome vibe, so that's good. Let's see. Chai is searching for a house. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna leave it up to my deck on this, but I'm partially thinking to myself of this in two questions. I'm thinking about how the search will go, but I'm also thinking about what your house is gonna be like. So if this ends up being like a reading where you're like, that's nothing like how the search is going, it might be me letting in that little search of like, what's their house gonna be like? Okay. This is all swords. This is intense. However, I would say there's some of the most optimistic, the optimistic cards in the swords, like, line. The Mother of Swords begins on kind of a more rough note, though. She is a very critical woman. She is somebody, and it's not necessarily a woman, I'm referring to the mother in the card. These person cards could be anybody in your life, or even yourself. But the Mother of Swords is very critical. It's usually because she's lived through some stuff, so you might be having somebody that's helping you out, that's giving you some pretty harsh advice. Though she's not always kind, she's usually smart. And so it's good to, take pieces of advice when they're given and listen carefully even when it's hard. Um, let's see. The Six of Swords. Again, this is a very much like, this is also very much like a light at the end of the tunnel kind of card to me. This is a card that, I'm trying to remember if this is how it actually is, because I might be thinking of the Wands one. This might be the first one I have to actually cross-reference. When I think of Six of Swords, let's see. Let me make sure that I have this right. Yeah, it is. It is kind of a recovery from difficult times. Which I think you guys have been going for, I think you guys have been going at this for a while. This is kind of saying, the light at the end of the tunnel is not so far off. That there are hard times right now, but that there is kind of a rest from it on the horizon. Similarly, the Four of Swords is a card about resting and recuperating your mental energy. Which also makes me think, like, damn. It's just kind of telling you to be calm and well rested. I think that the Four of Swords tells you it's not time to fight. It's time to heal. And be ready for the next fight. One sec, I need to mute. I have to cough. Sorry about that. I'm starting to lose my ability to talk for really long. I used to have it so much on stream. Nowadays, I feel like I get so dried out. Alright, we'll take 5 minutes. That was the end of, what we have for the tarot queue anyway, so... I'll just take this as a... big stretch. Eventually, you guys are gonna be able to see me big stretch. Oh! We have new fish! They're not goldfish anymore. I needed to find a new fish asset. Throwfish still works, but it is now a blue fish instead of an orange fish. So you guys know. No, there are fish! There are fish! They're just blue fish. It is quite fast, yeah. I don't know if I can change the speed. Can I change the speed? Hard to say. I'm occasionally checking settings, yeah, but it'll throw, it favors the left, but sometimes it will throw it from the right. Yeah. I'm trying to have it always favor the left, but this program is, I'm still learning. It's very much a lot of experimenting. That's been my time. Hang on, I'll also throw fish. Ew. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Wait, this is not... Okay, so... Hang on. Oh, wait. No, my headset was on. No, it should have a sound, but it didn't play the sound. That actually is a deeper problem. That's... I'll have to figure that one out, because that is supposed to play a sound effect, but it does not. That one's not desktop audio. That's a problem in the program. Sorry. But this is the scuffed stream. And these problems will continue to experiment on them as time goes by. This is going to be a learning journey. Because I really like all the things that this program can do. So, even if it doesn't come out perfect, I'm really happy. I'm really, really fond of the body turn. You guys can tell. I keep, every now and again, I just look at myself and I'm like, ooh, what if I turn a little this way? What if I turn a little that way? Ooh. And it's also like, it does it when I turn my head rather than like actually tracking my body. So it does it quite a lot even when I'm not thinking about it. But we've been here about an hour. If anybody has any other tarot requests, I can take them. But if not, I think we might call this one a short one and find somebody to raid. Because I don't know how much else I have to experiment with. I hope this was okay. I didn't have an April Fool's Day, like, gag prepared, but I thought that this might be a good day for showing off, excuse me, for showing off, like, general, like, new things. Okay, I'll do Porku first, and then one for Mr. Nathan. And card. Okay. I'll put you third in queue, so I'll do 3. Okay. In general, this is a mess. We're drawing a lot of the same cards. I don't know if I shuffled that very well. The Mother of Cups is someone who's very insightful. It's somebody who is really, really emotionally in tuned. Usually somebody who gives really, really good emotional advice. That might be somebody who can help out with this. The Five of Swords, again, it's warning you not to let your anxiety shoot you in the foot. And the Ten of Wands is acknowledging that, yeah, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of anxiety. This is very straightforward. This is saying, you know, hey, things are scary right now. Don't let your fear take over your whole head. And it is acknowledging that that's going to be really hard. It could be emotions in general. It may not necessarily just be anxiety. Okay. So, I would love to break down what I think about wands. In fact, all of the arcana, to me, feel like they have, like, a specific vibe. Or not the arcana, the suits have a very specific vibe to me. When I think of wands, I think of thoughts and ideas. And so the Ten of Wands, the 10 is the ultimate abundance. And so, like, in the Ten of Cups, that's like emotions and closeness to other people. I would say they're emotions in a positive sense. Wands is too many thoughts, too much buzzing up in your head, which usually I associate with anxiety, but really it's just you're thinking way too much about different things. Way too many thoughts is the Ten of Wands. So it doesn't necessarily have to be anxiety, but it's the things that are really making you scramble. It's acknowledging that it is hard, and I think it is kind of nudging you towards finding support. I'm doing these a little bit fast because we've accumulated a few now. Alright, so Misty has a D&D character she would like to do one for, and I love doing readings for D&D characters. So we're gonna do this now. Mr. Nathan. Mr. Nathan is going through a lot. Mr. Nathan is having to change a lot of his paradigms about life. So far, his mentor is somebody who is quite isolationist. But he is currently in a situation where he has to trust others, and the impact that the others have on his life may be, in fact, life or death. This might scare the man. This might give the man way too many ideas. That's my general vibes on Nathan right now, is he's having to learn a new language, in a way. he's having to function in a very different setting than he's used to, or a very different philosophy than he's used to. He may end up finding camaraderie. He's most certainly going to find things that change his opinions on things. Let's see, Mr. Cod. Do you have a topic card? Or if not, I can do a general one. I suppose I'll do a general for Mr. Cod. Oh, so maybe it's not necessarily that it's a change in his mind. It might just be a change in his circumstance. We're seeing, ooh, squishy hearts. Thank you. I love the squishy hearts. There's like 10 of them. I could set it to different levels of different amounts of heart. So if we prefer just one sticky heart, I could set it to that instead. Um, Gotcha. Okay. We're seeing a lot of Mother of Cups, recently. Let's see. Um, the Three of Pentacles and the Star. These are interesting together. So the Mother of Cups, again, is somebody who is very, very insightful and is good at giving emotional advice. Sometimes it could be somebody who maybe leans too hard into that emotional advice and maybe thinks it might be the only correct thing, but that's not always the case. That might just be my own projections on the card. But it's usually somebody who has a pretty good head on their shoulders when it comes to social and emotional matters. This may be somebody that might be important to you moving forward. And it's going to become very apparent as to why. The Three of Pentacles speaks to a great victory that can only be accomplished with others. The Three of Pentacles shows this huge mountain, and these three connected together are able to scale it. If they tried to go it alone, surely they'd be blown to bits. Being able to rely on others is going to be very key. However, I'm getting the vibe that this is not necessarily a high-stakes situation. The Star is a very creatively optimistic card. I usually see the Star when somebody's starting a new project or a new, hobby that they're really excited about. I think that it really holds, for me, a lot of creative significance, but generally it is a hopeful card. It's things to dream of. So things that you've been thinking about that have excited you. Get some people involved. Maybe get some brainstorming going. You might find yourself on the path to something really cool. That's what I've got for that. Get collaborating, Mr. Cod. That's what they're saying. And then last but not least, we will do one more general reading for Misty. And again, if anybody else has any, by all means, do. Okay. This is interesting. So, the High Priestess is another very, very intuitive person. This is somebody who has a lot of knowledge. It's not necessarily somebody who acts a lot. Usually it can be like an advisor, but I tend to associate the High Priestess with your gut feeling. I think that, trusting in your intuition where you are is a good thing. I tend to think of this as a foil to the Magician, where the Magician is acting with your knowledge, the High Priestess is observing with your knowledge. More like slow consideration. The Nine of Wands speaks again to, it looks like a long staircase that you're almost to the top of. It's kind of pushing you onward to struggle up those last few steps. And the Seven of Swords, I'm not sure how it ties into the other two. And in fact, these are pretty general, so what might be coming to mind for you might be where it is, The Seven of Swords is secrets kept for survival. This little guy, he's got this sword under his tail. He hasn't revealed that he knows how to use it. He looks like he's just asleep, but he's armed. It can be holding on to something in your back pocket in case you need it at a time of conflict. Keep your cards close to your chest. And, be ready to act when it's time. But observe keenly. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. And overall, it's saying this with a vibe of you're almost there, which I'm not sure what it's getting at there, but it does. I'm not I don't know how to elaborate on it past that. It's one of those readings where it's some of them you can kind of trail off mysteriously. Sometimes you're like, that's what it is. Yup. Okay. With that done, I think we will find somebody to raid. Yeah, it's definitely ambiguous, and general readings can often be when you don't really know where you're going, or you haven't really pushed in a direction. Sometimes it just kind of picks the most obvious thing in your life and goes, "Yep, this is how that's going." Let's see. Who do we want to go and say hi to? Let's go say hi to Rai. I see that he is thramming. Let's go see him play Tales of Vesperia. Or Berseria, not Vesperia. Vesperia is the one that I really like. Alright, thank you guys for popping in. I know it was a short one today. I kind of panicked where I didn't know what I was wanting to do after I showed everything off. But, here I am. Here's my new flowy tracking, and we did some fun tarot to round out the day. But for now, let's send you guys off to Rai, and tomorrow I will be back on Zix's channel for more Yakuza. I'm so excited for Yakuza. Oh my god, you will not believe. But yeah, send some love to Rai, tell him he's cool. Ooh, thank you for the fish. Ew. And I shall see you all tomorrow on Zix's channel. Have a good one, my lovely mortals. Take good care of yourselves. Again, that card about the anxieties. Take good care of yourself. Alright. Bye-bye!